there, Magic the Gathering players. Barry White here for MagicUntapped.com and Magic Untapped right here on YouTube. You know, I know you have a lot of Magic the Gathering cards in your collection, but I bet there's a bunch of things you don't know about the cards you have in that collection. Well, here are 10 things you might not know about your Magic the Gathering cards. While most all Magic the Gathering cards are designed in-house at Wizards of the Coast, that's not true for all of them. In fact, Magic's Core Set 2015 had a number of cards that were designed by those outside of Wizards, including the card Cruel Sadist, which was designed by Edmund McMillan, a video game designer behind titles such as Super Meat Boy and The Binding of Isaac. The Throne of Eldraine card, Oathsworn Knight, is a reference to the Black Knight in the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I'm invincible! You're a loony.
Complete with 4 removable +1/+1 counters to go along with the 4 limbs the Black Knight loses during his battle with King Arthur.
Come back here and take what's coming to you! I'll bite your legs off!
And speaking of King Arthur, another Throne of Eldraine card, Imri, Looker of the Loch, is a reference to the Lady of the Lake, an enchantress who, according to legend, provided Arthur with a sword Excalibur. On the Torment card Grim Lavamancer, you might notice a reptile just chilling there on the wizard's shoulder. Believe it or not, this is the second appearance of not just the lizard, but the wizard as well, as they are also both seen on the card Obstinate Familiar, one set earlier in Odyssey. The name of Eladry, a card from Tempest and a key character in Magic's Wrath Cycle and Invasion story arcs, is an anagram of Irma and Dale, the parents of Michael Ryan, co-designer of the set Weatherlight. If you look in the background of the art of the card Memorial to Folly from Dominaria, you might recognize the Martyrs Tomb, a card from Apocalypse that, story-wise, was constructed as a monument to all Dominarians who lost their lives in the fight against Yawgmoth and the Phyrexians during the invasion of the plane. Monoclash is a card that debuted in 1994's The Dark, but did you know that Monoclash was one of the original titles being considered for Magic the Gathering before Wizards of the Coast and game originator Richard Garfield agreed on its ultimate title? Celebrated Seattle-based artist Faye Jones illustrated the card Stasis, her one and only Magic the Gathering card credit. She did this as a special favor for her nephew, the soon-to-be famous game designer Richard Garfield. Now take a look at the artwork for the Odyssey card Dwarven Shrine. In it, you may recognize a number of references to other well-known cards on display. A Rook Egg, Fireball, Hammer of Bogarden, Aeolpile, Chaos Charm, Ball Lightning, and the Tooth of a Shivan Dragon. And finally, if you're wondering why the word Deckmaster is prominently featured on the back of Magic the Gathering cards, it's because when Magic was first designed, Wizards of the Coast was planning a series of collectible card games. Magic the Gathering, Jihad, later renamed Vampire the Eternal Struggle, and Netrunner. The company planned to group all of these games under a sub-brand called Deckmaster. All of these other card games were eventually abandoned, but the Deckmaster brand is forever burned into Magic the Gathering card backs. Well, I hope you found that very interesting. Maybe you have some cool trivia to share with your fellow Magic players at your next FNM or over a beer or whenever you feel like talking about it. Thank you very much for watching.